Hey, I've got this funny looking thing right here. I don't know if it's all that funny looking, but it's funny sounding. Kind of sounds like falling rain. No, maybe not a whole lot, but in any case, they call this thing a Rainstick. And I like the Rainstick because it allows us to make an analogy for the flow of electric currents. So all these little BB-like things that are falling through this tube could represent the free electrons in a metal wire that constitute an electric current. And then all these yellow discs with the holes in them represent the other molecules or impurities that the electrons collide with. Actually, there's a few analogies that can be made here. Look, I could think of this as a metaphor for the flow of heat, right? We can think of this as being a conductor for heat. Well, if this end is at a high temperature and this end's also at a high temperature, then yeah, I don't want to touch this thing, but that's not driving the flow of heat one way or another. What I need is high temperature at one end, low temperature at another, and then heat will flow from high to low. This could also be a metaphor for the flow of water through a pipe. If this is really high pressure and this end is also really high pressure, then the pipe is likely to burst, but there's nothing to drive water one way or the other through the pipe. There needs to be a difference in pressure. What makes the BBs go in this Rainstick? There has to be a difference in elevation. So when held horizontally, of course, the BBs aren't moving. As soon as I tilt it, then the BBs want to go from high elevation to low elevation. So likewise, what makes electrons go through a metal wire? It's not that both ends are at high potential, it's that one end is at a high potential and the other is at a low electric potential. Now what provides that difference in electric potential? There's a battery somewhere in the circuit. The battery is only the source of the difference in potential. It's not so much the source of the current. The current is due to the fact that there's already electrons in the wire. So when I tilt the Rainstick, I'm not waiting for the BBs to come from some reservoir here and fall into the Rainstick. They're already here waiting to move. The instant the elevation difference is created, the BBs are already there to start to respond to that difference. Likewise, in a metal wire, the electrons that constitute the current, they're already there. I'm just waiting for the potential difference to be established to drive that electric current. So hopefully that gives you a good analogy, a sort of a mental construct of the idea behind drift speed and current in a wire.